Hey, good morning guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to the week. Just wanted to update you with what's happening here at Mississippi Stand over in Iowa. As you can see behind me, this amazing structure has been built where we were camping on the land of Tammy and Jerry Brewer, and they have been exceedingly kind to us, and as a gift to them to leave this land better than we found it, which is a lot of what this whole movement is about. People have lovingly built this greenhouse. Also, there is more material like this heading up to Standing Rock as we speak to go and build things like this on the front lines up there. But today I got off the phone with the water protectors, Hannah and Matt Solchi, down in St. Louis, and they'd had an event last night with the band The Flowbots, and we were talking about ways to continue to bring this message to the younger generations particularly, and they came up with this fantastic idea. And what we're looking to do is have a bunch of children all over the US write letters of support to the people, to the water protectors who are up there on the front lines. So there's going to be an address that's going to follow at some stage, but initially what we're looking for is we're looking for people that either have children, or maybe teachers in a school, they're a community leader in their church, they run a sports team, they run a yoga studio, they run any kind of nursery or any kind of place where there's a lot of children, and looking to have all these children write what water means to them and what they think about these people that are giving up jobs and schooling to stand on the front lines against such violence. And this can be kids of any age. This can be very young children. It could be maybe a way to help them practice their writing and do something super positive with it. And it can also be teenagers who are going to have more of an opinion of what's happening. Because although a lot of the people that are standing here are from all different generations, to be able to mobilize this movement and make a difference for the future, it's the younger generation that really has to buy into everything that's happening. So having them write the letters and having them go up to the front lines and being read out at the front lines to the water protectors as they're standing in front of the militarized police, the concussion grenades, the noise siren that the riot police use. So many people reach out and want to know how they can help, and they can't go and stand on the front lines. Well, this is a way that everyone can do it. Everyone's got kids, everyone's got grandkids in their family circle. Maybe you're a child who's watching this right now, and maybe you want to use this in your local school. Maybe you want to ask your class if your class will all write letters. Let's see how many letters we can get to come in. Let's see what kind of support these brave people standing on the front lines can get. So there's a group on Facebook, there's going to be a message group on Facebook for people to connect. So anyone who wants to be added to that group, comment on this video and make sure that you're connected to me as a friend, and I can add you into that chat group and we can mobilize, because it would be great to have people in different cities all over the USA and different cities all over the world. I can see right now I've got someone who's watching, I believe is over in London. So we can have all different cities all over the world and have people that would be happy to collect the letters and then send them as a mass group of letters to an address that we're going to sort out shortly. We're going to be looking to find a PO box down in St. Louis. But it'd be fantastic to have all the letters vetted so that they came in as a group from different cities, so that when they came in, no one would have to go through them and make sure that they were all positive messages. Someone had already done that in all the different cities. So this is not my idea. I'm just putting this idea out here because there's a lot of people who are following the live streams right now. I'd ask you to share this live stream. I see there's 27 of you watching, especially to groups like the Medicine Tribe, especially to groups about healing, to any groups about teaching, to mothers and toddler groups, any of those kind of groups, because there are so many people who are interested in finding ways to help, and having that massive autonomous solidarity, direct action in all kinds of different ways, and getting the kids involved. This is going to make a huge difference. Oh, you're getting the wind on my phone? Okay, is this a little better? I'll step inside. Here you go. I'll step inside here and then we'll be out the wind. Can you hear me better now? Cool. Does that work better, whoever was telling me about the wind? Michael, let me know. You still getting me, guys? Alright, cool. So, just to run over that idea again, anyone who works with children, Eli, I love you, brother. Anyone who has children in their family, it's Thanksgiving coming up, people. Now, the ins and outs of why we celebrate that, I'm not going to discuss right now. We all know about that. But how about everyone who gets together at Thanksgiving with their kids, gets the kids writing letters of support to the water protectors up there? Families are coming together. This is a great time for those kind of things to happen. So if you're interested in being a leader in this, if you're interested in getting involved, comment below, I want to be a leader. And we'll add you to, there's a Facebook group chat that's going to be happening. And maybe someone can set up a Facebook group. But, you know, this is something where the kids can say what they think, and it's another way to help educate the children, the people that don't know. So maybe there's some people who can go into schools and even talk about this with the principal of the school and have the whole school do it. Maybe some of you are school principals, maybe some of you are teachers or have really good friends who are teachers, and you can share this out and open this idea up to them. So keep watching this space, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure there's an address where everything can be sent. We really appreciate all the support that's so far been had for Mississippi Stand and for the water protectors, and they're working their way up to Standing Rock as we speak to join the front lines. A lot of those people are, and in the upcoming days there's going to be other things coming from St. Louis from Mississippi Stand that are there and mobilizing in other cities, so we can continue to fight the black snake on all levels, because it's not just about the front lines, it's about the finances that go into it, it's about the corporations that are destroying the world, it's about all those different angles. So not everyone can be there, but everyone can do something to stand up against it and show that we are one tribe, and that we realize that we can change the world just by standing up and saying no, standing up and making a difference, speaking out, having that courage to stand up and say, no longer is this acceptable, and I'm going to teach my children why this isn't acceptable, and everyone's going to be involved as one big global family. Yesterday I had someone reach out from Ireland, today in Dublin, Ireland. They took a petition, a letter, to the American ambassador at the US Embassy there. That person has been involved in marches with 80 to 100,000 people. So there's all kinds of different people that are coming out of the woodwork from all over the world to stand up and do this. So maybe we can get letters not only from the US and England, but maybe we can get some letters from Europe. Maybe we can get some letters from Australia. Maybe we can get some from New Zealand. So that's what the idea is. If you guys want to help with this, reach out and let us know. Hannah and Matt Solchi down in St. Louis, it is their idea. They are a couple of the original water protectors from Mississippi Stand. I know there's going to be a march down there that they're organizing, 2 marches in November to start getting the local community involved. I know today a school in Iowa, near Iowa City, reached out and wanted people to go in and talk in schools. So if anyone's interested in talking in schools and can mobilize that in your local area, because this problem of destroying our water system isn't a new problem. But if we can have people that are willing to go into schools and to share that message, and schools that are willing to hear that message, then together we can work at this from so many different angles that there will be no choice but to find another way to keep that oil in the ground, to use other green energy sources and stop raping Mother Earth. Because there's only so long we can rape Mother Earth before there's nothing more to rape, and before we leave a barren planet for the future generations. So let's get them involved now. Let's have them involved in understanding, so that as they become adults and they become teenagers, they can carry this fight, and they can help make sure that these corporations listen, because the only way they listen is when we start to cost them money. Here today, yesterday, Jerry Brewer received a letter from Dakota Access, from their attorney, threatening to take him to court for harboring alleged criminals on this property, and more importantly, costing Dakota Access a substantial amount of money. It's working, guys. They don't try and throw out lawsuits if it's not working. So this little group here in Iowa, which was a small group of water protectors, has cost Dakota Access enough money that they're paying their attorney to try and take a member of the public to court over some spurious accusations. So guys, share out this video. If you've got children, get them start writing letters to the water protectors, and we will make sure that there's an address where they can come to. We're going to look at having a PO box is the idea, so that it's easy for everyone to send those letters in. So if you want to be a leader on this, you want to be involved in this, please comment below. I'd like to be a leader. I've already seen Laurie over in England is very interested. I know there's someone else in Mason City. Brandy wants to be heading something up there. I know we've got a lot of people who have been teachers who have come and visited Mississippi Stand and seen these videos. So if you can share this out with anyone that's in the education system that would be interested in helping this, please do. Thanks so much guys. Lots to do here, so I'm going to run along and do some of that stuff. But right now, if you can share this and be involved. Perfect, Kelly. This is how your kids can get involved, and they can be the little leaders. They can go to their scout groups, they can go to their gymnastics groups, and they can talk and say, hey, this is what I want to do, this is what we're doing, this is how we're trying to make a difference. So thanks for sharing this, guys. Keep sharing this, share it into some big groups. I love you guys, and let's get everyone on the planet involved who wants to be involved on some level. Because it's great to be able to go up there to Standing Rock and stand in solidarity with the brothers and sisters. But not everyone can do that, but everyone can do something. So let's keep finding ways for people to do something, to fight this on every single level. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Take a second to hold in your hearts the brothers and sisters up there that are facing such terrible violence against peaceful prayer. And we'll fill you in with the address to come. Love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye bye.